Good morning, y'all. It is I think Wednesday morning. This morning we're going to the New Holland dealership in Marianna, Florida to get some parts for the hay rake, because I found I've got two universal joints that are pretty much shot on that thing. And I've got to get a new drive shaft for the hay bind. We're letting some ducklings out here that are in this coop. It's a little bit cold out, so we have this canvas over top of it. Ducky duckies! Good morning! So we've got one in here in the back that's still kind of yellowish, and the other ones are pretty much all white now. And they are just the cutest little things. They grow up so fast. Most of these ducklings are only a couple weeks old. This one over here that's still yellow, I believe, is only about 3 weeks old. And all the white ones, I think, are 5 to 6 weeks. So they grow super, super fast. But I'm gonna get on the road, start heading over there to Marianna and meet these folks over at the New Holland dealership. Never been there before because we haven't had New Holland equipment in the past. And I figured, you know, it'd probably be a good idea to make a connection with the dealer. And hopefully they'll be able to help me out with some of the bearings that I need and getting this drive shaft fixed. I've actually got it sitting back here in multiple pieces. Kind of messed this thing up a little bit. Yeah, this side, it just, it cracked right out of there. The universal joints appear to be okay on this. I don't know what these rings are on here, if I'm gonna need those replaced, or I don't know. It messed up pretty bad, so I figure if anybody will know, it'll be the dealership, and they'll be able to help me get it fixed. I'm also gonna take a look at some of the equipment while I'm out there too. In the long term, I'd like to upgrade from that $300 Vicon Baler, something a little bit more modern. And if they maybe get a pre-owned 7 or 8 year old net wrap baler, then that might be the way I wanna go here in the future. So as I was heading out of the yard, getting onto the road, I started thinking, in the last video, we cut it over 2 days. We cut it over Christmas Day, and about a week and a half later, I started taking some video again. I kind of took Christmas off and New Year's off, and then missed a Monday, which I kind of hate. But I wanted to know y'all's opinion on splitting the videos up into 2 days. Does that kind of irritate you, or do you enjoy seeing multiple days worth of content in one video? Because for me personally, I can see where some people might be frustrated that it's not just based around one topic, one project accomplished. It seems like in some of those videos that are split over 2 days, you're just jumping around a lot, and I don't want that feeling for some of those people that just want to be there for one specific topic. Like if somebody puts up there in the title that they're going to be plowing fields, then that's what I want to see in the video, is plowing fields. I don't want to see them doing 2 minutes of plowing fields and then 10 minutes of doing something else. I'm also kind of trying to reduce the length of the videos down to around 7 or 8 minutes, because I know a lot of people don't have 15-20 minutes every day to sit down and watch an entire video, and I completely understand that. 7 or 8 minutes is kind of your lunch break sort of deal, where you can sit down and quick watch it while you're eating something or taking a break. But either way, I just wanted to kind of get some thoughts on that, because I don't want to make the videos too distracting to where, you know, you don't get any enjoyment out of the video. Look at the pretty balers. All right, so we made it to the dealership. I'm gonna run inside and talk to him and take a look at some of this equipment here. I'm not gonna bring all this camera and everything in, so I'll let you guys know how it goes when I get out. All right, so I just left the New Holland dealership a little while ago. Took a look at some of the balers and tractors and everything else outside. Was genuinely impressed. They didn't really have the baler that I'm looking at as a future baler, which is, I think, the RP1210 utility. Just their traditional, I think it's the smallest round baler that they make, the 450 model. but it's a utility. So on top of that, it's even smaller, and it makes a 4x5 net wrap round bale and has an electric monitor and everything else, so that it'll kind of automate more of the process for me and make it a little less strenuous having to make sure that my machine is back there doing what it's supposed to. As for the hay bine and the rake, I have both of those parts ordered through them, and they should be here, I think he said Friday, so I'll probably head up there this coming Monday and go grab those, and I'll make a video on replacing all the universal joints I need to. Alright guys, so we finally got some parts for some of the stuff around here. The baler, we got a new idler pulley for it. I don't think I mentioned that earlier in this video. We had some issues going on with an idler pulley that goes right here and the belt that went around it. So got a new idler pulley and got a new belt so we can get that fixed up and have the round baler back in working condition. Still got to get some latches because right now these doors are held together with duct tape. That's what you get with a $300 baler. So I got about halfway done working on the Vicon baler, and I found a nut that was completely rounded around here, and we had to run up to the hardware store and get a new one, so that kind of set us back. Almost done here. Had to mess around cleaning this spring and everything out. It's a mess in here. I can only imagine after however many years this thing sat outside, just all the dirt that it's accumulated up in here. So let's quick finish this thing up. All right, so here's the finished result. Went ahead and replaced this idler pulley with one that we got at Tractor Supply and put a little sleeve in here. And we got a new belt from Napa. New nut right here on this end because this one was just rounded out like I had showed. It looks like we're ready to bale again here. This baler does still need a little bit of work. The only other two things that I think really need to be done with it is I've gone ahead and gotten a new gauge here, because the pressure gauge up here is completely clogged up with oil and everything else, and it's dripping. Just not an ideal gauge. I know it's the factory one, but I can't find anybody who's got an aftermarket one, so just went ahead and picked up this cheap one from Amazon, and we're gonna see how it works. I gotta figure out what this baler operates at as far as pressure goes, and find out what our, see there's a green here on the original gauge. I gotta find out what would be green on this one for dumping the bale out. And I need to also sharpen the twine knife that's up here towards the top. I gotta figure out how to get to it. We kept having problems last time with it not wanting to cut. A couple of maintenance things probably need to be done on it, but no big projects like the twine knife or changing out the gauge. I need to check the gearbox oil on it, make sure that's all good, hit all the grease zerks on it, pressure wash it, make it all nice and clean again, figure out a latch solution for these doors, because these little wing nut things are missing on a couple of the doors, and I've been using duct tape to hold them closed for the most part, because some of them are so rusted out that they don't even want to work. That's what you get with a $300 baler. A little bit of work and some elbow grease, and it'll work. I appreciate everybody watching the video and seeing me tinker around with a cheap old baler like this and going and getting parts from a parts store. Hopefully y'all found it interesting. If you would, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Maybe share it to a couple of places. Hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for watching.